Hit that jive jack, put it in pocket till I get back. Going downtown to see a man.
What's up, YouTube? I just wanted to hop on here, right? My wife's in the store, so I'm sitting in the car just thinking. And my wife's been stressed out lately about a couple things. So our daughter just started daycare on Monday, so she's about to start working. So she's been a stay-at-home mom for the last 3 years, and she's nervous. So she has anxiety, so she gets nervous about stuff. And I tell her all the time, like, I think she's afraid to fail, right? I'm like, look, Shy, if you get a job, you don't like it, you just quit, you go get another one, right? Until you find somewhere you want to be, like, find a career path that you want to take. Like, don't be afraid of failure. And I try to put this in my kids' head too, like, I don't believe in 8th place trophies. I don't believe in any of that stuff. Like I tell my son, you know what I mean? You're either first or you're last. So I try to, knock that into his head because he plays baseball, football, stuff like that, his sports. And I think a lot of people's lives got messed up from 8th place trophies because you're telling the kid, you're like coddling the kid. Okay, you're in 8th place, you did good, so here's the 8th place trophy. That's not how it should be. When I was growing up, you got 1st, 2nd, or 3rd place. There was no 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th place trophies. And it helped me because I got the knowledge and the wisdom of losing, so it made me want to win more, right? So I try to explain to my wife that, like, don't be afraid to fail. The most successful people in the world have failed. Look at Michael Jordan. He got kicked off his 9th grade basketball team because he wasn't good enough. Then he came to be the best NBA player who ever lived, right? Stuff like that. And you got Grant Cardone. He's a billionaire. He was a drug addict, heroin addict, till he was 25 years old. He got clean, started his own company. Now he's a multi-millionaire. He just hit billionaire status. So I try to tell people, like, just because you're in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, you think life's over. If you're 30, 40 years old, you still got another 40 years to go. You got double your life to go. So, like, life's not over, you know what I mean? Everybody thinks they got to have life figured out at a certain age, and, I got to buy a house by the time I'm in my 30s, or I got to buy, this and that and the third, and keeping up with the Joneses. Like, that's what keeps people broke. Most wealthy people, rich people, you couldn't even tell they're rich by looking at them because they don't have, Gucci belts on and a bunch of jewelry and brand new cars and all that. That's the reason they're rich, because they don't go and spend their money on flashy things, right? So I've been starting to learn all this stuff, and as I'm learning, I'm trying to, pass it on to my wife and the knowledge and stuff like that, right? So I just want to get on here and motivate people. Like, if you're not where you want to be, right, go places where you're uncomfortable. You got to start getting to places where you can be comfortable being uncomfortable. Like a new job, right? You get to a new job. If you don't like where you're at, you go find another one. There's so many opportunities out here nowadays, especially online with the internet. The internet, there's so many ways to make money. It's ridiculous. You got 14-year-olds on YouTube making $2,000 a week, and they're 14. There's a little girl my daughter watches, right? She's I think she's like 15 years old. She does YouTube videos with her playing with her Barbies and stuff like that. She's got like 1.2 million subscribers, right? And because she's not old enough, her account is in her parents' name. This little girl that's 15 years old making videos for kids makes $13,000 a month. She's 15 years old. Just stuff like that. There's so many ways out here to make money nowadays. And I just wanted to hop on here just to, kind of motivate some people like with me. Like, I started investing, in stocks and cryptocurrency years back. And then I bought, my first home and a rental property. Like, I'm going to rent my, once I leave this house, I got when I left the apartment, I bought a house, a 3-bedroom townhouse. I'm using that as a rental. Then I'm going to buy a single family home. Like, that's my goal. So I have goals in mind, but like, I didn't get my life together until I was 25. you know. And I know a lot of people that started straight out of high school, 18, started taking off in life that have more than me. But I used to like try to compare myself to others, but I'm learning not to, because you figure he had a head start. He started at 18 doing well in life. I really didn't start till I was 25 because I was still, still messing up. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go as far as tell you what I was doing, but you can kind of get an idea. So I got my life together when I was 25, right? And then bought my first house 2 years later. Got another, a place, a rental property or whatever. And then I like to buy a single family home within the next 3 or 4 years. Like, that's my goal. I still invest in crypto and stocks, and I have a Roth IRA, stuff like that. So if you're not where you want to be, you just got to keep pushing, because one thing I can tell you is if you quit, that's a guarantee you would never, if you quit, it's guaranteed you'll never be where you want to be by quitting, right? So say you're doing something and you quit, that's a guarantee. You're guaranteeing yourself you'll never have that, right? So I just wanted to hop on here and give you guys a little bit of motivation. I'll talk to y'all again soon. I appreciate it. See you guys soon.